customer card information window profile view. The card information window profile view is where you enter basic information for the card, such as addresses, contact information and the card ID for each card. If you have contacts who maintain, for example, a head office and multiple warehouses and regional offices, you can enter up to 5 locations for each card. You can enter a postal address including country name, telephone number, email's address and other contact information for each location. When you create transactions, you can choose one of the 5 locations to use the information for that particular location on the transaction. MYOB Premier Range only if you use the multi-currency feature, you can assign the currency used when dealing with the contact. Field descriptions. AR balance. This field displays the current outstanding balance of the sales for the selected customer. To open the Analyze Receivables window, and view a list of transactions that make up this balance, click the zoom arrow. Card type. Choose a type of card: customer, supplier, employee or personal from the list. Note that you don't have to create individual customers if you don't want to. But if your business sells any goods or services, you need to track these transactions for financial reporting. You need to set up at least one customer card called Cash Customer or Cash Sales. Designation. Choose between individual for an individual person or a specific company contact and company for the card displayed in this window. Inactive card. Select this option if you want to make this card inactive. This means the card will not appear in selection lists and will be excluded from some reports. If you inactivate a card, existing transactions won't be affected, and you can enter new transactions as usual. Last name and first name or name. Enter the last name and the first name of the individual or the name of the company you want to add to your card file. Card ID. Enter up to 15 alphanumeric characters to identify this card. If you do not enter a card ID, none will appear in this field. Currency. Choose the currency used in transactions with this card. Location. You can enter up to 5 addresses for the card displayed in this window. Choose from addresses 1 to 5. Address details: city, state, country, postcode. You can enter up to 5 addresses for the card displayed in this window. Choose from addresses 1 to 5 in the location field. If you're viewing a customer or supplier card, address 1 is labeled as the bill to address, and address 2 is labeled as the ship to address. The bill to address will appear as a default entry on the customer's invoices. You can override the address on individual invoices, if you want. Telephone, fax, email and web. Enter details in the phone number 1, number 2, number 3, fax number, email's address, website address fields. Salutation. Enter a name or title you wish to use in the greeting of a personalized letter for the person or company whose card you're viewing. Contact. If you regularly deal with a particular contact person at this customer's business, enter that person's name here. The name you enter here can be used as the addressee for personalized letters. Print. Click to print the card list detail report for this card. Card details view. The card information window. Card details view is where you can enter extended notes for a card, assign identifiers and enter information in custom lists and fields. You can use the card details view to link graphics or images to cards. Field descriptions. Card name. The name of the card appears in the top left corner. AR balance. This field displays the current outstanding balance of the sales for the selected customer. To view a list of transactions that make up this balance, click the zoom arrow. Picture. If you have a picture, logo or other graphic image for the person or company associated with this card, click this area to open the picture information window, and link the image to this card. The image you select should be in bitmap format. If you've renamed or moved a graphic file you've previously linked, graphic selected cannot be displayed will appear in the picture field. Notes. Use this field to enter additional information about the person or company whose card you're viewing. Identifiers. Enter up to 10 identifiers for the card you're viewing in this field. If you want to view or add to the list of identifiers you can use, click Identifiers. The Select Identifiers window will appear. Custom list number 1, 2, 3. For each of these 3 fields, you can enter a custom list selection for the card you're viewing. Custom field number 1, 2, 3. For each of these 3 fields, you can enter a custom field selection for the card you're viewing. Selling Details View. The Card Information window Selling Details View is where you can record each customer's credit limit and terms, along with entries that will make it easier and faster for you to create quotes, orders and invoices for the customer. The selling information you enter here will be used when entering sales for customers. You can also enter the default sales layout and delivery status you want to use for each customer in this view. When you enter a customer's name in the sales window, the layout and delivery status you specified here will be displayed automatically. Similarly, if you make an entry in the printed form field, that form will be used when you print the sale for the customer. If you choose the service layout, you can assign a default income account for a customer. When you enter sales for this customer, the account will be automatically entered when you enter line items on the sale. You can change the automatic customer entries if you wish. You can also set the following sales information about your customers in the Selling Details view. Set a customer time billing rate Premier range only, specifying tax codes, assigning credit terms to your customers, assigning multiple pricing levels, field descriptions. Customer name. The name of the customer appears in the top left corner of the window. If this customer has been placed on credit hold in the credit limit and hold window, the customer name is followed with on credit hold. AR balance. This field displays the current outstanding balance of the sales for the selected customer. To open the Analyze Receivables window, and view a list of transactions that make up this balance, click the zoom arrow. Sale layout. Choose the sale layout that will be displayed when you enter a quote, order or invoice for this customer. The choices are Service, Item, Professional, Time Billing, Premier Range Only and Miscellaneous. You can choose a different layout for individual transactions if you need to. If you choose No Default, the sale layout you selected for new customers in the Easy Setup Assistant will be used. Printed form. If you use a particular pre-printed or customized form for the sales documents you create for this customer, you can select the form in this field. Click the Select from List arrow to see a list of all the forms available for the sale layout you've chosen. Note that this field doesn't appear if you chose No Default or Miscellaneous in the sale layout field. Invoice delivery. If you use a particular delivery status for the sales documents you create for this customer, you can specify that delivery status here. Click the Select from List arrow to see a list of all the delivery statuses available for the sale layout you've chosen. Note that this field doesn't appear if you chose No Default or Miscellaneous in the sale layout field. Item price level. If you've set up multiple price levels for the items you sell, choose the price level that will be used for this customer. Income account. Choose the income account that will be used to track sales made to this customer. Receipt memo. Enter the information you would like to automatically appear as the memo when you receive money from this customer using the Receive Money window, Receive Payments window, Bank Register or To-Do list. You may use a reference number such as an account number, for example, that identifies the payer. Salesperson. Select the salesperson who is assigned to this customer. Sale comment. Select a comment that will appear on invoices for this customer. Shipping method. Select the shipping method you'll use most often for orders shipped to this customer. Customer billing rate excluding tax, Premier range only. If you use the time billing feature and you've established an hourly billing rate for this customer, enter that rate here. This rate can be used to calculate the charges on the customer's activity slips. Credit limit. The customer's credit limit is displayed. Click Credit Limit and hold to open the Credit Limit and Hold window, where you can set or change the credit limit, or place the customer on credit hold. Tax ID number. Enter this customer's tax ID number. Tax code. Use this field to specify the tax code that applies most often to sales made to this customer. This tax code will appear as the default entry for all transactions entered for the customer. If you want, you can change the tax code for individual transactions as you enter them. Freight tax code. Use this field to specify the tax code that applies most often to the freight charges on sales made to this customer. This tax code will appear as the default entry for the freight amount on the customer's transactions. If you want, you can change the freight tax code for individual transactions as you enter them. Use customer's tax code. Select this option if you want the customer's tax code to override an item's tax code in an item sale or the allocation account tax code in a non-item sale to this customer. Customer Terms Information section. If the customer is allowed to make purchases on account, enter the terms that will apply most often to those transactions. You can change the terms for individual invoices if you like. When you create a set of default terms using the Credit Terms Information fields here, the terms you select will be applied only to the customer displayed in this window. Payment is due. Choose the payment due method that is used for this customer. The choices are COD, prepaid, in a given number of days, on a day of the month, number of days after EOM end of month, and day of month after EOM discount day's date. If you give a discount to customers who pay promptly, indicate when the customer has to make payment, in order to claim the prompt payment discount. Depending upon your selection for payment as due, this field will be labeled either discount days or discount date. If discount days appears, enter either the number of days after the sale date that payment must be made in order to receive a discount. If discount date appears, select the day of the month by which payment must be made in order to receive the discount. Balance due days. Date. If balance due days appears, enter the number of days that are allowed after the sale date before the transaction must be paid. If balance due date appears, select the day of the month by which the payment must be made. After this period, a late payment charge is assessed % discount for early payment. Enter the discount percentage you offer to your customers if they pay a transaction balance on or before the transaction's discount due date. Monthly charge for late payment. Enter the percentage of the transaction amount you'll charge your customers for paying after the balance due date. Volume discount %. If your company offers a volume discount on items sold to this customer, enter the discount percentage. This discount will appear as a default entry in the sales window for all the items you sell to this customer. Premier range only if you select the I include items on time billing invoices option in the preferences window. The volume discount won't be applied to items included on the time billing invoice. Credit limit and hold. Click to open the credit limit and hold window, where you can set or change the credit limit, or place the customer on credit hold. Payment details view. The card information window. Payment details view is where you can enter information about how a customer usually pays you. The method and related information you enter will appear on payment transactions for the customer. Note that you can change the payment information on individual transactions before you record the transaction. Field descriptions. Customer name. The name of the customer appears in this field. AR balance. The AR balance field displays the current outstanding balance of the sales for the selected customer. To view a list of the transactions that make up this balance, click the zoom arrow. Payment method. Choose the method of payment that will be used most often by this customer. Card number. This field appears if the method of payment you selected is a credit card or debit card. Enter the customer's card number. Expiry date. This field appears if the method of payment you selected is a credit card or debit card. Enter the card's expiration date. It must be a future date. Name on card. This field appears if the method of payment you selected is a credit card or debit card. The name of the customer that was entered in the profile view of the card information window appears by default in this field. You can change it if the name on the card is different from the default entry. Any future changes you may make to the customer name in the profile view will have no effect on this field. Notes. If you want to, enter additional payment information for the customer. Contact log view. The card information window contact log view is where you can view the contacts that have been recorded for the selected card, and where you can add new contact records. To add a new log entry for a card, click New Log Entry. Field descriptions. Card name. The name of the card appears in this field. AR balance. This field displays the current outstanding balance of the sales for the selected customer. To view a list of the transactions that make up this balance, click the zoom arrow. Dated from to. Enter the date range for the contacts you want to view. Date column. This column shows the date each contact was made. Time column. This column shows elapsed time for each contact, if you've entered that information. Recontact column. This column shows the date you set to recontact this customer, supplier, employee, or personal contact. Notes column. This column shows the notes you recorded about this contact, if any. Print. Click to print the contact log report displaying information about all the contacts currently displayed in the contact log view. New log entry. Click to create a new log entry for this card. Edit log entry. Click to edit a log entry for this card. Jobs view. The card information window jobs view is where you can view and manage the list of jobs that have been linked to the selected customer. You also can use this window to open other windows, where you can create new job records, or edit existing job information. Field descriptions. Customer name. The customer name appears in this field. AR balance. This field displays the current outstanding balance of the sales for the selected customer. You can click the zoom arrow next to the amount to open the Analyze Receivables window, and view a summary of the transactions that make up this balance. View. Click to view all jobs for this customer. Job number and name column. This column displays the job number and name for each job linked to this customer. Reimbursable column. If an X appears in this column, it indicates that reimbursable expenses are being tracked for the job. Percent complete column. This column indicates the percentage of each job that is complete. Net profit loss column. This column shows the net profit or loss for each job at this time. Print. Click to print the jobs list report for this card. New job. Click to create a new job. Note that you will need to link the customer to the new job in the new job window. Edit job. Click to open the edit job window, where you can edit the selected job. History view. The card information window history view is available only for customer, supplier or employee cards. You can use the history view to view monthly sales and purchases balances for your customers and suppliers, and to view an employee's sales history view customers. When you record sales, your MYOB software automatically tracks the transactions for your customers. This information appears in the history view of the customer card, and can be used to analyze sales and monitor the customer's buying trends. Field descriptions. Card name. The name of the card. AR balance. Customer cards only. This field displays the current outstanding balance of the sales for the selected customer. FY current year. Displays sales information for customer. The annual total is displayed below the monthly totals. FY previous years or next year. Sales history for customer is kept for the current year, next year and up to 5 previous years. Click the right and left arrows to view sales information for the year you want. Customer since. Enter the date of the first sale to this customer. Last sale date. The last date of a sale to this customer is displayed. Last payment date. The last payment date from this customer is displayed. Average days to pay. This field shows the average number it's taken from this customer to pay you. Highest invoice amount. The highest invoice amount for all sales to this customer is displayed. Highest AR balance. The highest accounts receivable balance that this customer has reached is displayed.